Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at thetechtrader.com. It's Wednesday, the 1st of July. This is the charts of the day. We had a solid session on Wall Street, and lots of stocks were running today. Let's take a look at a few of them. Amgen, which popped a couple weeks ago and then pulled back to test at 50, forming a V bottom with a right-handed extension or a cup and handle, exploded today for 22.28 or almost 10%. Line was a solid 11 million. The stock sure looks to me like this is a beginning of another move up after it breaks out in this range to new all-time highs. My targets are about 295 and then 3.25. APTX coming out of a wedge here, exploded, got to resistance and backed off, but I think it's going to extend and test the major gap that it had from beginning of 2019 when it imploded. That was up around 6.25. That's my near-term target, and then I'll be looking for something perhaps to get into that 8 range. AXDX exploded, and it's been beautiful V bottom with a right-handed extension, pop, pull back, test the moving averages, run up and test the prior high, and then break through and run up. I think we're going to have some more difficulty up just under 19. That's my near-term target, but it may be extended at that point, and I'll be looking for a pullback. Ballard, 1611 up 71 cents, but the stock popped out of an inside day and did so with an increase in volume of 3.4 million. Some of the fuel cell stocks are running today along with Plug. We'll get to that later. This stock looks like it might extend. I'm looking for 17.75 and 19.5. CDMO or Avid Bioservices. Beautiful stair-step move up, but you can see not only did it pop up to resistance and the top of the channel, but it backed off right there. May need to consolidate a bit, but my next target's 8.25. CLDX popped a little bit inside day though. I wanted to point it out because it appears it might have popped the coil and pulled back, and now it's ready to go again. If this makes a move across 1390, 14, looking for 16.5 and 20 going on forward, and this is beautiful. It's a very strong rising channel. DQ exploded for 11.75 today. This major Chinese semiconductor manufacturer, you can see is ramping up and is making new all-time highs. My target, 105. Fluidigm. The swing trade, which pulled back and has consolidated for about 6-7 weeks, may be breaking out today in the last couple of days. It popped and pulled back on an inside day yesterday and held the moving average, and today it's popped again. If we can get this above today's high at 438, above that, I'll be looking for 5.75 and 7.25. MAXR moving, 1927 up 131 or 7% on 5 million shares, looking awfully good in here, as it just broke a 4-day flag. Next target will be a retest of the January high at 21.45, followed by 23.5 and 26. NEO, a little extension to a nominal new high, but I want to show you the angle of ascent is very steep. Keep an eye on this one because it may run quickly to 8.75 and then 10. Invite, also a small gain, but it popped through resistance and a pullback. I like this for a move to 36. And Plug, of course, with 55 million shares traded today, extended through the top of the channel, and is really ramping up nicely. This one may accelerate a bit more and get up in the 10 range. Peloton went through 60 and closed there up 248. Undauntedly, with a 5-wave move there and a pullback, wave 1 and 2, 3, 4. 4 was a bull coil. We broke out of that coil and we're accelerating. The mid-range target, probably somewhere around 65.6. SHLL has pulled back enough where we can re-enter it after exploding from 15 and change to 34 and change. The stock pulled back for 2 days. Like it did here, the volume was lower too. So I'm looking for it to hold and go. Watch over 27.5 in the next day or two. Could lead you to 31, 34, and then maybe move into the high 30s. Sorrento popped to 693 up 65 cents or 10% today, and after hours is extending. You can see the stock traded up to as high as 765 and backed off. For me, tomorrow is going to be an important day for this one because if it catches momentum here, you can see 8-9 zone and maybe even as high as 10. Tesla exploded to 1,120 today, up another 40 points, even though it backed off the high. Still looking for more, $1,200 immediate target. Well, Wayfair has been one of the best swings of the year. In about 90 days, this stock's gone from the low 40s to 220. Phenomenal move. And it still doesn't look like it's done, does it? My projection is 245.50. Workhorse. What a reversal today. They took it all the way down to 13.65 and ran it up to 20 and change and after hours was over 21. The high was 21.14. It's coiling, and this isn't done yet, or it doesn't look to be, despite this spike up on monster volume. One more move up here, and it might explode into the mid to high 20s and call it a day. YRCW also popped on news of financing. You can see all the lines I drawn that from the daily chart. Let's look at the 1 minute, 2 minute chart intraday. Exploded, pulled back, and it's coiling in here. I put a swing on it because I believe in this range it's a buy. Short-term support around 270. It gets below that, you may have more difficulty. But if it does pop, looking for a move above 350 to take this one up to at least 4.5, 3/4, and then maybe 6. And that's it for the charts today to night. Have a good evening.